Butterball presents
The spirits of the first turkey lovers.
I realized at that moment when we were driving to Plymouth that all the horror movies that we grew up with were all filmed in New England. And so there's there's this kind of like underlying horror, fantasy of kind of pilgrim mythology that the New World is especially horrific. I think the area of this, where this is held holds an important place in kind of the American imaginary and how people in the US think of this kind of pilgrim mythology. And can you talk about the quote unquote first Thanksgiving?
By the time the Pilgrims arrived, well over half, maybe up to 90% of the population.
Yeah, it's estimated that about 90% of the population in the New England area had already been wiped out. So what the Pilgrims essentially did was wipe out the remaining 10%. So there's also sort of the element of the Wampanoag really didn't have a choice because they knew what these settlers were capable of and they knew the diseases that these settlers